Hello everyone, welcome back. Today I'm going to show you several exercises for the hip. This is a great series if you have hip arthritis, bursitis, tendonitis, muscle strain, IT band syndrome, even sciatica can respond to this. If you have leg pain with numbness in the foot, these exercises could help that too. Just a few things to keep in mind before I show you the positions. Number one, we begin each exercise with a brief isometric tension exercise whereby you're working the muscle, but it's not going anywhere. Think arm wrestling, where two people are pushing against one another, but then nobody's getting an advantage, right? They're pushing, but nobody's moving anywhere. Same idea here, okay? And then while you're doing your stretch, you're going to be holding your breath. So before you stretch, you're going to take a deep breath in. You hold the breath. You don't breathe out. You hold the breath while you're stretching. And the stretch will last 5 seconds, as will the tension exercise. Okay? I recommend you do this program every day, at least once a day. And if you're up for doing it twice a day, great. If you do it in the morning, easy does it because we're stiffer in the morning than we are in the afternoon or evening. The program is designed to help you get better faster while you're under my care and to help keep you better longer after we're done with care. Okay, so let's begin. I recommend you do this series on your bed at home. Okay, so the first one is what you do is you're going to let let's say we're working on the right hip. Now it could be either one. Just think opposite. If your problem is on the other hip, just think opposite, mirror image, okay? So your corner of your bed is here, your left leg is down off the side of the bed. You take your right foot and just try to bring it as close to your groin as you possibly can so the knee is turned out. You start off with the tension exercise by trying to push your foot down into the table. You're trying to push it down into the table for 5 seconds. And while you're doing that isometric tension exercise, you can breathe any way you want. You don't have to hold your breath. You don't have to breathe out. Just breathe any way you please. But just create that tension. You're literally pushing the leg down into the bed. After 5 seconds, ease up. Then take a deep breath in. And as you hold the breath, you aim your sternum, your breastbone, for the foot, like this. I'm going to lower my head as I go. And you just reach forward. Now, I'm a pretty tight guy. I got tight hips from all the running I do. I can't go very far. Some people can go all the way down. Just go as far as you can reasonably manage. And you're going to feel pulling on the outside of the hip here. You might feel some stretching on the inside groin muscle, too, here, inside the thigh. You count to 5 slowly, and then back off. Do 3 of those. Each time, again, hold your breath while you're in it. As you come out of it, breathe out. Give yourself a few seconds of recovery between each stretch. Next one, same position, only the leg is a little further away. The foot is a little further away from you. The knee is only slightly bent. You start off by pushing the foot down into the table, down, pushing it down as if you're going to poke a hole right through your bed for 5 seconds. Back off. Then take a deep breath. And while you're holding your breath, aim your sternum for the foot again. And then after 5 seconds, back off, breathe out. Next stretch is for the hamstrings, which attach to the bottom of the hip. Keep the knee slightly bent. I'm not sure if it's a good idea to keep the leg totally straight because then you'll feel more of the stretch lower down. We want the stretch higher up, and we can do that by keeping the knee up a little bit. Start off by pushing the leg down into the table. I'm trying to dig my heel, push it into the table, and it engages all of the muscles in the back of the leg here and in the butt. The idea of this tension exercise is not necessarily to make you a stronger muscle, although that is a nice byproduct of the exercise, but it wakes up the muscles. It engages them and it helps them to be more responsive to your stretch. So after 5 seconds, you ease up the tension. Then we take a deep breath. We hold the breath and we just aim for the foot again. And all of these 3 exercises, you've been aiming for the foot every time. Only go as far as you reasonably can go. After 5 seconds, breathe out and back off. And you're going to do that 3 times as well. Next, we call this the hurdler stretch. You know when men run their hurdles or women run their hurdles, the trail leg comes out the side? Well, we're going to do that here. Bend the knee, bring the foot out to the side, like that. Your knee is a little more than 90 degrees. So here's a 90-degree angle, come maybe a little bit further like that. You don't have to make it all the way bent, just somewhere between 90 degrees and full bend, somewhere around there. You push your leg into the table. You push your leg down for 5 seconds to wake up the muscles. And you're gonna feel this stretch in this area. And right now, I'm feeling the muscles engage right here. After 5 seconds, I relax. Then I hold my breath. And for this stretch, all you gotta do is, using your other hand, push down on your bed and lean to the right. As you lean to the right, you're gonna feel pulling all through here. You might feel pulling on the inside of the knee, so if it's a little too much to handle, easy does it, back off. It might be easier for you if you bend the knee a little more, if it's too much, but the idea is you're leaning your torso from the waist to the right. And it's relatively speaking that the thigh bone is being rotated internally. It's the same thing as if you just sat there and took your leg and rotated it that way, but that's too difficult, but we make it a lot easier for you just by moving your torso to the right. You're holding your breath for 5 seconds and then you back off. All right, the last stretch involves standing up. So we go to the side of the bed. Left foot stays on the floor, the right knee is up on the table. Keep the knee bent. We start off by pushing the knee down into the table. You push down into the table for 5 seconds. Then take a deep breath, hold your breath, and drop your groin down to the bed, just like that. It forces the thigh bone backwards relative to your torso. Keep your elbows straight, keep your shoulders up, look up, and after 5 seconds, back off, breathe out. You're going to feel a pulling right down the front of your hip. Take a deep breath in, hold your breath, bend the knee, drop your pelvis. You bend this knee, you bend the left knee in order to drop yourself down. Keep your shoulders up, head up, arms straight, hands on the table. You're arching your back, basically, is what you're doing. You're arching your back. Your thigh bone is being pulled backwards by your weight. And back off. Right? Do that 3 times. And that's the program. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 exercises. Do both legs. The painful hip, obviously you have to do with more intensity, but I would do the other hip as well, just for the sake of balance, so that both hips are getting the benefit. It's going to affect how you walk and move, sit, and so on. All right? If you have any problems, any questions, don't hesitate. Ask me on your next visit or give me a call and we'll work it out. Thanks for watching. Have a great rest of your day.